All right, now we're going to talk about our vocabulary and vocabulary definitions. We'll be offering the new word plus the part of speech it belongs to, as well as the Chinese interpretation or translation, as well as an example of how it's used in English. Our first word is applicable. It is an adjective.
可适用的，适当的。It means suitable, relating to a person or thing.
And we can use this in a sentence as, this law is not applicable to immigrants. Paternity. Paternity is a noun, and
中文意思是父亲、父权 the state of being a father.
about 1 in 7 U.S. Americans do not think men should take paternity leave. The next word is dilemma. It's also a noun, and it's
进退两难的局面 It's a situation leads to a difficult choice.
For example, platform cleansing has become a dilemma for social networks. The next word is normality, also a noun, and it is
常态 the standard or regular state.
after natural disasters, many residents find it difficult to return to normality. Suffrage, also a noun, and it means
投票或选举权 the right of voting.
a lot of Hong Kongers protested for being unable to vote for their leaders and request for genuine universal suffrage. The next word is counterpart, also a noun, and it means
副本或对应者 one remarkably similar to another.
the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, also known as the FDA, usually approves new drugs faster than its counterpart in Europe. Next is entitled, also an adjective.
意思是有资格、有权利的 having the right to do something.
Every child should be entitled to free public education. Next word is disgrace, verb, and it means
很耻辱或者是失体面的 to be the source of shame.
a series of scandals have disgraced this international company. Next is variance, a noun, and it means
不一致变化 the quality of being different.
the inspector noticed a slight variance between the examples. Next word is tribute, also a noun, and it means
礼物或称赞 something you give to show your respect.
the audience all stood up and paid tribute to the retired athlete. Next is status quo. It's a phrase and it means,
现状 the present situation.
and it means also that many investors would like to maintain the status quo. In other words, no change. Everything remains the same. Next word is oppressed. It's an adjective and it means
被欺压的 being governed in an unfair way.
in some nation states, the ruling governments would not listen to the voices of the oppressed minorities. Next is autonomy, and it means
自治 self-directing freedom and independence.
despite the fact that many universities receive funding from the government, they are calling for autonomy from the government. Next is understated. It's an adjective, and it means
保守的或轻描淡写的 trying not to get attention.
the state-owned air carrier released an understated annual report about its operating losses. Next is attire, and it means
这是名词，指的是正式的服装或者是盛装 clothes in formal style.
nobody would think a t-shirt and shorts are suitable attire for a wedding. Eschew, that means to
避开或远避 to intentionally avoid something.
the team brought back in the bottom of the 9th inning but cannot eschew another defeat. And I should mention eschew is a verb. Next is to pare down. It's an idiom, and it means to
消去、消减 to reduce choices to a level at which only what is required.
The caterer attempted to pare down its services so there are no longer pastries on its menu. Next is proficiency, and it means
精通、熟练 great ability and experience.
most university graduates are trying to improve their English proficiency. This is also a noun. Next is nasty. It's an adjective, and it means
糟糕的、邋遢的 bad, disagreeable, or unpleasant.
no young people would go to beaches in such a nasty weather. Next is prestigious, an adjective, and it means that it's
享有声望的 very important, much respected.
the top 5% of students in our high school will study at prestigious universities. Next is backlash, a noun, and it means
反对、后挫 a sudden backward movement.
yes, there was a backlash against materialism in the 1960s. Next is subversive. It's an adjective, and it means to
颠覆的、煽动的 trying to damage established systems.
In recent popular music, many singers deliver subversive ideas in their lyrics.
So now we have two questions regarding the vocabulary we just learned together. The first question, many universities ask freshmen to take several pre-tests to estimate their language. A, attire, B, paternity, C, tribute, D, proficiency.
Question number 2. Every citizen in this country should be blank to the free right of speech. The choices are A, dilemma, B, entitled, C, oppressed, D, variance.
So that's our vocabulary part. See you next time.